What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing another one of these kind of tip video type things in NBA 2k20 MyTEAM. Look, I've not been able really to play 2k today. You can kind of hear it from my voice right now, and you can definitely hear it in my I Rate Your Teams video. That honestly, have not been feeling great at all. So I've been really sick the last couple, well, not really last couple of days, really today. So I should be okay tomorrow, and because tomorrow's gonna be a big day content wise, I'm getting prepped for that. So I'm gonna just try to sleep for a lot of the day and be ready. So because there's a new a new batch of players coming out tomorrow, I want pretty much to spend this video talking about how to look out for the best players, because the best players are no longer seen by looking at overall. The best players are no longer seen by looking at the amount of Hall of Fame badges. For example, Trae Young versus Stephon Marbury. You've got Trae Young with 31 Hall of Fame badges, and you might miss the fact that he's got no clamps. So Trae Young is nowhere near as good as Stephon Marbury. Trae Young is probably not as good as Baron Davis. Definitely not as good as Chauncey Billups either. So if you're looking at just pure Hall of Fame badges and stats, suddenly you're thinking there's no question about it, Trae Young is better than all these guys. But in reality, he's not. So there's a lot of different things you guys have to look at. So just a little bit of this video is going to be talking about what we went over in yesterday's video. It's just going to be talking about some of the things that you guys should look out for when you are looking for cards. And then I'm also going to spend probably the second half of this video talking a little bit about a website which breaks down absolutely everything, which makes doing this a whole lot easier. And the reason why, like, a lot of people think that there's some secret formula to what I do, and that's when I'm looking at budget cards. Or also, a lot of people think that I try out every single card in the game, so I might buy 10 budget cards and 9 of them might be terrible and 1 of them might be great, and I'm going to start making videos on that. But the more you start looking at stats, the more you look at badges and stuff, you can normally tell how a player is going to be before you even use them. And there is one website, again, that I use to pretty much break that down. So quickly, there are certain things to look out for. So the first thing you guys should look out for is something that is new to the game this year, and it's really only due to position locks that it's become so much of a prominent factor, and it's the positions, and it's people being blatantly out of position. So for example, if you guys see a player that you know for a fact is a small forward and their position is power forward, there is something a bit iffy there. So 9 times out of 10, if that's the case, you're going to flick through and you're going to see that these cards are way too good to be true. So someone like Miles Bridges, 6'6", is way too good to be a power forward or to be a diamond. But because he's a power forward and height makes a difference for the stats of a power forward, whereas it doesn't for small forward, they had to make him a power forward. But again, obviously, I have talked about that in yesterday's video. Other things to look out for, or other cards that are like that, just again quickly going over these, are Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, his pink diamond card is down as a power forward for some reason. This one here, literally because there was no other way to make him a 99 or a 98 overall, not a 99 overall, because a 6'7" power forward is going to lose a fair bit in terms of overall. Another one is Derrick Jones Jr, who's a 6'6" power forward. So as you guys can see, small forward, he gets to a diamond that's almost too overpowered, and he's 6'6". And like, again, that's gonna lower his overall. And the most obvious one is a guy who played a lot at the 2, but they made him a power forward, and he has some of the best stats in the game. It's Paul Pierce. Like, we know how good Paul Pierce's stats are. We just know how good this card is. Like 23 Hall of Fames, absolutely elite defense. And the reason why you know that the height makes all the difference, and also a couple of other stats, is that you see Paul Pierce with a 90 defensive overall, and then you look at 3-point shot, it's unbelievable. You're looking at his actual defense. His Interior defense is not great, but he's got unreal perimeter defense, unreal steal. He's got unbelievable outwings 93 and all the perimeter defensive badges. So you'd think that that would be at least like 99 defense, because like those specific stats, if you're looking, I just want to find someone with 99 defense that is similar. Okay, so even like AC Green 94 defense. So he's got 10 better perimeter defense, 2 better steal, and also 13 better lateral quickness. But the 10 difference in interior defense, as well as the fact that they gave Paul Pierce a 50 block because he's a power forward, means that his defense is only 90 and not 94. So his defense would be at least 95 if he was a wing. So again, that's them giving him a different position. So his height's small, he has a 50 block, which matters, and things like that. So another one is shot IQ. This stat doesn't mean anything. It does not mean anything whatsoever in game. The reason why shot IQ doesn't mean anything in game, it's fairly self-explanatory. Like, shot IQ involves if a player is going to shoot good shots and you're the one who decides to shot. Like, it's simply a stat that, while it may make a difference, I'm not sure, but the fact there's so many good cards and so many high overall cards of low shot IQ means that definitely it's a stat that isn't relevant. Now we're going to go onto the website and I'm going to explain how you can use it to find some of the best gems in the game. So this website right here is called 2k20 Central. And yeah, there are other database sites, but if you're just looking for pure information with its layout and stuff, 2k20 Central is significantly better than MTDB. MTDB is quicker for getting stats up, and for some reason it's loading a little bit slowly here. MTDB is quicker for getting stats up, however 2k20 Central is a far superior website. So things that I always look at are, first of all, it's a very easy one to look for any of the new cards that come out. Like, I know you can look for them in in collections, but I don't know why my internet's going so slowly right now. You know, new players. So sorting by latest, you guys can see all of the new cards as they get released. So there is one specific stat, and you guys are actually going to be able to see it, the amount of, if you guys have ever looked at a card and thought things are too good to be true. So I want you guys to have a look at this. So Intangibles. So Intangibles right here is a stat that is irrelevant in game. However, it's used to lower overalls. So if you guys look at the Intangibles set in ascending order, so you guys are going to see the lowest Intangibles here. So you look at Chris Webber, 25, Kawhi, 25, Giannis, 25, Wade, 25. So all these new cards have got this stat right here at a minimum. So this is literally a stat that 2K use in game in order to lower players' overalls without anything, like, just it's stat to manipulate overalls basically. So all of these cards right here that are 25 overall Intangibles, basically if it says that it's a 94 overall plus, it is the equivalent of a day one opal. So cards like the Dominique, cards like Penny, Grant Hill, those opals, and then whatever I managed to click on there, you're looking at look at the high intangible cards now. So you're looking at the really bad Diamond Siakam. You're looking at all of these like diamond cards here that are all like, would you consider any of these cards good? Because I wouldn't. I would consider these to be some of the weakest cards in the game for their tier. These guys are going to be outplayed by Amethyst, most of them. Matumbo's alright, but that's really it. So as you guys can see, these guys have high intangibles. But then when you go onto the opposite end and you look at low intangibles, you're looking at guys that you're like, Miles Bridges plays way better than he should. Jeff Green obviously plays way better than he should. Lance Stevenson plays way better than he should. So a simple way of finding some of the best cards in the game is by just going on to minimum intangibles on this website and sorting it by that. So another thing that I find is quite good is if you search shot IQ and ascending, it's not quite as good as the intangibles. It is not quite as good a factor because some players just have low intangibles, whereas some players have low intangibles and low shot IQ. So that is something that you can look at. The position situation, I wouldn't really use this website for. So you're looking at this right here. Brandon Clark, Marcus Smart. So you're looking Shaq and Russell Westbrook. Yeah, I know you might argue, oh, Russell Westbrook's shot IQ shouldn't be great, he's Westbrook. But there's a little bit of a common denominator, isn't there? Like, these cards right here, like Westbrook, Aaron Gordon, Jimmy Butler, Miles Bridges, Kirilenko, Aldridge, Stevenson, Green. All these guys were given 50 shot IQ. And sure, there's guys like Josh Smith that may actually deserve that stat, and Westbrook that may deserve that stat. But you're looking at guys like Zion, who, after his moments card, where he scored basically every shot he took in his first game, 50 shot IQ. The reason for that is they want to lower these guys overalls, because they want to keep giving better and better and better cards. And again, rather than searching through every individual player on the auction house, using a website like this where 2 clicks of a button and you can suddenly see the fact that Butler, Gordon, Westbrook, Bridges, Kirilenko, Aldridge, Stevenson, Green, and all of those cards, every one of them was in both categories, means that maybe these guys are going to be way better in their overalls. And these are the players that people think, okay, they're some of the best in the game. Like, no one is going to argue that Westbrook isn't the top 5 point guard in the game. Gordon, one of the best power forwards. Jimmy Butler, one of the best wings. You got Bridges, one of the best budget cards. Kirilenko, if he had range extender, would be one of the best cards, period, in the game. One of the most underrated cards. And you've got Aldridge, Green, and Stevenson, who are fantastic. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. So, obviously, there's some things that you can check. A little bit of a recap on yesterday's video, and pretty much just showing you guys how to work a website and the specific website that you should use when you're looking for players. Again, this is what I use. This is what I use to check my stats. This is what I use to compare, because it's a lot easier, for example, if I want to click onto Lance Stevenson. So rather than having to flick through all the stats, I don't get a great seeing of them all. But for this one, you can see, okay, this is what he's good at, this is what he's weak at, because they're all color coded. You can see the badges, you can see them all. If you want to look for specific ones, you're like, okay, shooting badges, he's got these, he's got these. MTDB is actually probably better for this specific thing, because with MTDB you can see the badges that they don't have as well. But yeah, so there is a complete breakdown of all the player stats, which is one of the most important things, because you get a lot more. It's a lot easier to read the stats by looking at a screen like this rather than looking at a game screen. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. So anyway, that is the video. This is how to go about finding players that are best regardless of overall. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video yet, to be honest, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.